Hi everyone. I hope you are doing well with the move and all the things that we have going on at NYCC. I just wanted to do a quick video to remind you of some of the things that are going on in class and to talk about some upcoming things that will be happening. So first off, I'm going to go to the assignment checklist. So if you look, we are right here under Module 10, and you should all be working on your Part 1 final. If you remember, I actually extended this, so it's not, it wasn't due yesterday. It's actually not due until the 27th, so you have another week with Part 1 final. However, that does meld or bring us to Module 11. And you can see here that I have speakers. There are two videos on Module 11. One is from Dr. Paget and one is from Dr. Zali. And the other thing is that I highly suggest that you start working on your presentation and your annotation. So let's look at Module 11 because I want to talk a little bit about these speakers. Okay, so here we are. Dr. Paget, if you don't know, was a past president of NYCC's, and here he gives a little bit of history about NYCC and chiropractic, and it's pretty interesting, and I highly suggest that you actually start this before Part 2 of the final. And Part 2 of the final is going to become available October 28th. So again, Part 1 of the final is due on the 27th, and Part 2 of the final will be available on ExamSoft starting October 28th, and it'll be available until November 4th. So I highly suggest you watch this. I also have Dr. Zali's presentation here just for some interesting information. Again, you should give a look-see before you start Part 2 of your final, which again is available on ExamSoft. Okay, the other thing that I'm telling you to do if you look on your assignment checklist under Module 11 is to start working on your presentation and your annotation. So if we look over here on D2L and you look under the musculoskeletal research assignment, you will find here, and this is just to remind you all of your instructions and what we're actually doing. So I know that you have been working on the 6 areas. If you remember, again, I took away the conservative and allopathic and management for the management of your musculoskeletal topic, but I did mention in that video that you're still going to be responsible for that, okay? And I didn't ask you to do the anatomy, but you're also going to be responsible for that area as well. So again, let's just remind you of what's going on. So you're going to write an annotated bibliography consisting of 6 sources. So that's 1 source for each of the questions that you have. Each source must relate to your final developing question from your developing question worksheet. Each annotation must include your final concept block from the concept block worksheet, and each one must include the final search string from the Boolean phrase search worksheet. Now, some have asked me, well, does it need to be the final one that I sent you? And my answer to that is no. It needs to be the final question. And if you remember how I've talked about in the past, how sometimes our questions change based on the evidence that we find and the research that we find. So it's okay that if your question is still evolving, if you're still adding words to your concept block, if you're still trying to put together those search strings, okay? So that's why I always say the final. What was your final one? Additionally, each person will present their final findings of their musculoskeletal research project using PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is an opportunity for you to teach each other about your topic, and it can be structured any way that you want, but be sure that it flows well and it is informative. So the other question that I usually get is, well, how many slides? Well, it depends. How many slides, do you think you need in order to teach another about your musculoskeletal topic? Because again, this really is an opportunity for you to teach your classmates and soon to be your colleagues about your musculoskeletal topic. So it can be structured any way you want, but be sure that it flows. You will then upload your PowerPoint and annotation to the designated areas in D2L. So if you look on the assignment checklist, you'll see that module 13 and 14 is when I start opening things up to upload your presentation, and then module 14 and 15 is when I start opening things up so you can upload your annotation. Okay? So again, your sources must relate to these 6 areas, and you should be very familiar with these. Conservative care of the musculoskeletal topic, allopathic care of the musculoskeletal topic, philosophy and history of conservative or allopathic care of your musculoskeletal topic, treatment and protocols. And that's really where we left off. Again, when it came to the management of condition, I didn't require that from you. A few of you actually sent me the developing question sheet and concept block and Boolean for that area, and that's fine. But not all of you did. But I didn't require it because I knew you were in the middle of finals and things were kind of crazy, so I wanted to take that off your plate. But you, again, you are still responsible for it. And here's number 6, explain any relevant anatomy or other body parts that may be affected as it relates to your musculoskeletal topic. Okay? And again, as you know, we've been developing this. Hopefully you've been watching these videos and reading my emails. Again, if you have any problems, if you have any questions, if you want to Zoom, I'm here for you. That's not a problem at all. So here your PowerPoint presentation will be uploaded on D2L between 11:1 and 11:10, and your annotation needs to be uploaded between 11:1 and 11:11. Okay? Now, if we go and look at our musculoskeletal research assignment area on D2L, you're going to see here that I gave you an example of what an annotation should look like. So I'm going to quickly go over that with you. And so again, this is just an example. So make sure you have your name and make sure you have your musculoskeletal topic. So as you can see here, we have conservative care, and we have the person's final question. This was their final question. This is their concept block that related to that question. This is the search string that they used. You can see that we have a combination of Boolean logic and phrase searching, and that's fine. And then this is really important. The information that you put here in your annotation, make sure that this information actually answers this question. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking for. The sources that you find and the source that you use must answer your question, and you have to put that in your annotation. Okay, and then we have the reference right here, which a bunch of you have done your APA citation, so I don't see that as a problem. What I did notice is that some of you didn't put in the permalink, and so I requested that you actually do that at the end. Okay, then you can see here he has from PubMed the PMID. Again, the permalink is from EBSCO, or I think they also use that in Gale, right? So so on and so forth. So here we have the allopathic care. Same thing. Final question. His or this person's concept block, their search string, and then they're actually answering the question. Same thing, references, and then so on and so forth. And so again, this is all available to you on D2L, you know, so you can look it over and let me know if you have any problems or any questions. Again, we're getting to the end of things. We're already at module 11. We really only have 4 weeks left, and really the only things that are left are part 1 final, excuse me, part 2, which will be available again in ExamSoft, and then your presentation on your musculoskeletal topic and your annotation of your musculoskeletal topic, and that's it. And it's going to go by very fast, okay? So please let me know if you have any problems, if you have any questions, if you want to Zoom. I'm here for you, and we can always communicate through email, whatever you need, okay? So I hope everybody is staying safe, and I hope you're all doing well, and stay healthy, and I will talk to you or see you or email with you all very soon. All right, thank you.